Grade 7 Elite Mathematics. Recap of the previous lesson number 5, slope-intercept form. When you're asked to graph any equations, make sure that you find out the slope and the y-intercept. So what is the slope y-intercept general formula? You have come across y equal to mx plus b, where m stands for the slope, and you have the slope value as negative 2 over 3, and the y-intercept is 3. Then, after finding the y-intercept, the coordinates, it's 0, 3, you're going to graph it. So how to graph? You should make sure that the vertical line is y-axis and the horizontal line is x-axis. So first plot the y-intercept 0, 3. And then using a slope, you're going to find out the other point to draw a straight line. So negative 2 over 3. So the numerator negative 2 means go 2 units down, and positive 3 units to the right. So you will be getting a coordinate 3, 1 for the other set of point. So using these 2 points, you'll be drawing a straight line graph. So you all good at recalling the previous lesson? So let's move on. Chapter 9, Linear Functions. Lesson, Solving Systems of Equations by Graphing. In this lesson, you'll be learning to solve systems of linear equations by graphing, and you'll be able to determine the number of solutions in the system of linear equations. So you'll be coming with a new keyword, system of equations. What is the system of equation means? The system of linear equation is when we have two or more linear equations working together. Two or more linear equations working together. So we'll go in detail in the lesson. When you're asked to graph a system of linear equations, it's simple. You will be getting two straight lines. If the two straight lines intersect each other, you'll be getting a solution x, y. We'll try with some equations. So here, the equations given together, they are called a system of equation. So using the slope-intercept form, you will be plotting it on a graph sheet and you'll be drawing the graph. So you could see that those two equations intersect at a common point, 2, 5, which is said as solution of the system of equations. So we'll go on with a question 1, where the two set of equations are given. Make sure that they are in the form of slope-intercept form, that is y equal to mx plus b. Yes, they are already in the slope-intercept form. So using the slope-intercept form, find out the slope in the first equation. So slope in the first equation is m equal to 1, whereas the y-intercept, the value of b, is equal to 0. So what does this mean? It means if you have x-axis and y-axis, the slope is 1 where it crosses y-axis at 0. So you'll be having a straight line passing through 0, 0. Okay, let's go on with the second equation. Y equal to negative 3x plus 4. Here, the slope is negative 3 and the y-intercept is 4. So if you have a y-axis and x-axis, You know that your y-intercept is 4, okay, whereas your slope is minus 3 over 1. So 3 points to the down and 1 point to the right. You'll get the second coordinate and you'll be drawing the second line. So when you draw those two lines, they intersect at a common point, which gives us a solution set 1, 1. Sorry. So we go on with a real life example question where you can find the two friends, Sultan and Said, selling magazine subscriptions. So the information is given. It says that Sultan sells 3 times as many subscriptions as Said, whereas Said would be selling 12 fewer subscriptions than Sultan. You're asked to write a system of equations. So before you write a system of equations, you're supposed to know the variables to represent. So let the variable x represent the Said sale, whereas the variable y represent the sale of Sultan. Now we'll come back to the information given. Sultan sells 3 times as many subscriptions as Said. So it is y equal to 3x. At the same time, Said sells 12 fewer subscriptions than Sultan. So your second set of equation would be y equal to x plus 12. Okay, so you have written the system of equations. You are asked to solve the system of equations by graphing. So you know that you're going to use the slope-intercept form for both the equations and plot the graph. So you'll be getting a solution set at 6, 18. Okay, the question says, explain what does that solution 6, 18 means. So you find that Sultan sells 18 subscriptions because Y stands for Sultan sale. So Sultan sells 18 subscriptions, whereas Said is selling 6 subscriptions. Okay, that's the solution. You have explained it. When we move on to the next question, it's similar to the previous, but you could find that the second set of equation is not in the form of slope-intercept form. So the first equation is in slope-intercept form. Rewrite the second equation in the slope-intercept form. So what are we going to do here? What's the slope-intercept form? Y equal to mx plus b. So when you rewrite this, you'll be getting 3y equal to minus x plus 6. Divide both the side by 3. So your equation would be y equal to minus 1 over 3x plus 6 divided by 3, you get 2. So you have two equations now. Y equal to negative 1 over 3x plus 2 as well as y equal to x minus 2. So now you're going to graph these equations on the same coordinate plan and you get a common intersection 3, 1, which is said as the solution of these equations. You can check your original equation by substituting the value of x as 3 and y as 1. So here there are some of the practice questions where you can take your own time, discuss among your peers, get clarified from your teacher, and do practice this. We move on next to the higher order thinking question, which is related with your real life situation. So pause your video for 2 minutes. You're going to work this as individual, and then you will be able to continue the video and check your answers. Yes, I appreciate you. You gave a good try. And your answers are right. So we are coming to the last part of your lesson, plenary, where you could see that you're going to write a system of equations from the given situation. So what's the situation? They're talking about the cost of bagels and can of orange juice, which is 8 dirham. Again, some cost of 3 bagels and 2 cans of orange juice, which is 13 dirhams. And you're asked to write a system of equations. So when you're asked to do so, make sure that you assign some variables. Let bagels be x and the orange juice be y. So what is a system of equations you can rewrite? You'll be able to write 2 bagels plus 1 orange juice equal to 8 dirhams. Whereas the second part of the information gives us 3 bagels plus 2 cans of orange juice is 13 dirhams. Okay, we have written the system of equations. Now you are asked to solve. After solving, you will get a solution and you have to explain what does that solution means. So before you solve, you are going to graph this on the coordinate plane. Check whether this is in the slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept form? Y equal to mx plus b. So rewrite these two equations in the slope-intercept form. So if I go on with the first equation, I'll be rewriting it as y equal to negative 2x plus b, that is 8, the first equation, the slope-intercept form. Then rewrite the second equation, the slope-intercept form. So you'll be having 2y equal to, when 3x comes to the other side, negative 3x plus 13. Divide both the sides by 2 so that you can eliminate the coefficient 2 from the variable y. So you'll be getting y equal to negative 3 over 2x plus 13 over 2, which is 6.5. You get the second equation. Now, using the slope-intercept form, you're going to graph this. So you have a coordinate plane. The first equation, your y-intercept is 8. So plot a point at 8. What's the second point? The slope says negative 2, which means negative 2 over 1. So 2 points down, 1, 2 points down, and the denominator is 1. So 1 to the right. You get the second point. So draw a straight line. Your equation 1 has been drawn. It is y equal to negative 2x plus 1. What about the second equation? You're going to plot the y-intercept 6.5, which comes between 6 and 7, 6.5. And then from that, you're going to use a slope to find the next point, minus 3, 2. So 3 points to the down, 1, 2, 3 points down, and 2 to the right, 1 and 2. So using these two coordinates, you'll be drawing the second line, where you find that the graph intersects at 3, 2. So the second part of the question asks us to explain what does this solution means. So you're getting a solution. What is the solution? You have got it. The solution is 3, 2. So what does this solution means? This means the bagel cost 83 each, whereas orange juice can costs 82 per can. So that's the solution. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, right? It's so simple. So you're going to recall the lesson summary, where you'll be solving the systems of equations by graphing, which we have done. So what is system of equations? It's a collection of two or more equations with the same set of variables. So we have recalled the vocabulary system of equations. And then our second learning objective was to determine the number of solutions. How? There are certain methods. When you draw two straight lines, if they intersect each other, you'll be getting one solution. If those two straight lines go parallelly, then you have no solutions. If they go overlapping on each other, then you will be getting solutions, which is infinity, means more than one. You'll be having a lot of solutions. So thank you for being patient and coming across this lesson. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.